I've been working on studying graffiti and muralism more or less for the last 7 years. You know, I'm interested in circus. It's also a really sort of spectacular public art. I thought it was a really wonderful way to think about the different kinds of aesthetics that are in graffiti that can sort of work with other sorts of genres, one of which is movement. To do a graffiti tag, you have to be extremely fluid with your body. Your knees have to be bent, you have to be at weird angles sometimes. Sometimes you might have to climb up to a billboard or hang over a ledge or reach over the side of a building. And so there's this sense of movement that's happening. And then in the 70s and the 80s, when it became caught up more into the hip hop culture, graffiti became a visual analog for breakdancing. If you look at a breakdancer when he or she freezes, they have the legs stuck out one way and the arm at the other. So if you see like an arrow, the arrow in a graffiti tag sort of is that moment of the freeze, and so it's the visual analog to breakdancing. So there's another kind of movement that's being indexed by the art that's left behind. And so it's a way of like marking your presence and saying I'm here and I'm aware of what's going on and I have a right to communicate in the space in which I live. And so it's ultimately about asserting presence and asserting a right to the city. Tagging in the dead of night when you might, when you have to avoid trains and cops, etc., is a huge rush and it's hugely exciting. You also get a different view of the city. And some of it's more social and sort of more community driven, a way to beautify space, to take an abandoned space and give it some color, to create either images or use icons or even like terms, people's names that have resonance for the community that lives there, that might not have the power to shape the space they live in the ways that they want. If you ask people about, if they feel bad about doing legal work, they'll be like, well, no one asked you for permission to put up a friggin' like flyer or a billboard. No one gets permission from the community for that. And so why is it that we accept these like ugly commercial markers, but we don't accept the handwritten sign? And so there's a lot of thought, I think, that goes into the practice, and it really gives you a philosophy for thinking about urban space and community that's really powerful.
We're surrounded by logos and icons for every product imaginable, for everything that's in our lives, and this is a way of having something personal. This is something that's created from the inside that represents the person who's making it, that is their way of being part of a visual scene that is full of Apple and Nike and Coca-Cola. And then here's me for you.